Hi everybody, it's Ina. I hope you're enjoying the Christmas season. I decided to, originally I was going to do a completely different video for this week, but I've decided to combine two videos in one this time. This is going to be the end of year book tag. I recently came across it. Turns out that I think it's actually supposed to be more like a late fall, early winter theme, and I'm doing this just a couple of weeks before Christmas. But I decided to go ahead and do it now anyway, since it is the end of the year. And then the other portion of the video will be a little channel update. So I'm going to start with the tag questions, and I will put them all in the description box down below. The first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Not that I need to finish, no. I'm currently reading two books at the same time. I'm guilty of double booking. Uh, and do I have to finish them this year? No. I don't really put a time limit on how many books I need to read in a certain amount of time. Anytime that I do try to put a constraint and rush myself through a book, I can't usually enjoy the book very much, and I can never actually meet my deadline, so I just don't bother restricting myself to reading a certain number of books within a certain amount of time. Number two, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I don't tend to categorize books according to seasons, so no. I tend to read according to my mood. If I am in the mood for something in the mystery genre, I'll read that. But if I'm in the mood for something that's nonfiction, I'll read that. I don't have a particular time of year that I read a certain genre or a certain series. So the short answer is no. I don't have a book that I transition from fall to winter. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Not really, no. Louise Penny's most recent Three Pines book came out, I think, in October. I haven't read up to that point yet. I have a couple more books to go. All of her books are up here. I don't know if she's coming out with another book next year or if it's going to be in 2 years, but I don't typically keep up with new releases unless I find a writer who I really like Louise Penny. What are this is question number 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Well, considering the end of the year is only in a couple of weeks, um, I actually am already reading one of the books that I wanted to read this year, and that is The Haunted, which is right here. And that will be a book that I'll talk about in an upcoming book video um, in January. It'll come out in January. And that is another one of Ed and Lorraine Warren's books. It's not actually one, strictly speaking, it's not one of their books. It was written by somebody else, but he collaborated with them on it. Nonfiction, of course. Question 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Oddly, I don't tend to have favorite books of any year. I have favorite books in general. One of my favorite books that and it's always been one of my favorite books, that I recently, let me adjust you here a little bit, recently featured on the channel. In fact, it was my previous book talk video, was The Mouse of Amherst. I reread that this year for the first time in I don't know how many years. And it was every bit as magical to me a couple of months, like a month ago, as it was years ago when I was little. So that's actually one of my favorite books of all time, not just of this year, but of all time. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, there we go. And the final question, question 6, have you already started making reading plans for next year? Yes. This is actually, I think, is probably going to be the first time that I actually create a reading list for the year. That's not usually something that I do because, like I said, I tend to read according to my mood, and my mood changes whenever it changes. So I don't typically bother making a list. I do want to primarily, not only, but primarily read books that we already have that I haven't gotten to yet, as well as some more of the Ed Lorraine Warren books. But I am going to do a video in January. I'm probably going to put it out in January. I'm definitely going to film it in January, where I'll be making my TBR list of books to read. And that is the end of the tag. So now we're going to talk about a little bit of a channel update. I'm not going to bother putting in a card or anything like that. I'm just going to chit chat with you. So, considering it's only, when I'm filming this, about a week before Christmas, I decided that I was going to go ahead and give my subscribers a little bit of a treat on the channel, because I'm grateful for all of you and the interest that you've shown in the channel. And one of the things that I have been teasing lately is primarily in the community tab on my channel. I've mentioned several times that, I think it's maybe just once or twice, that I am in the process, have been in the process of working on a very big extended project for my channel. I wasn't exactly sure when I was going to start releasing it, but I've decided, since it's the holidays and since I have gotten, I guess you could say, a good start on it, I was going to go ahead and release the first little tidbit. And that is an audiobook that I am in the process of recording sporadically because I'm busy. I'm doing, at the moment, the first audiobook I'm going to release is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. It is a public domain work, so I can read the entire book on YouTube without it violating copyright, because the copyright is already expired. It's already in the public domain. So I have been in the process of recording that page by page, actually more like paragraph by paragraph, because I have to get out of the way, box. Because I have to try to find little snippets of time every now and then when I can record. And sometimes when I have the time to record, it's not really quiet enough to record because I live in an apartment. And sometimes it's noisy. So I have decided, I've been debating exactly how to release it in terms of a playlist. If you go on my channel, you'll notice that I have made several public playlists. mostly playlists of my own videos and then some magical sounds that I like, meditation sounds, nature sounds, the music of the spheres, etc. Relaxing stuff, in other words. And because I do own a copy of A Tale of Two Cities, which is right. Come here. Right here. This is my copy. Cloth bound. I love cloth bound books. So, this is for anyone who hasn't read it before. A Tale of Two Cities was originally published as part of a periodical. And because it was published as part of a periodical, the format is slightly different. And I wasn't exactly sure how to translate that to an audiobook, how to organize an audiobook. So what I've done is that I've been recording chapter by chapter. Each video will be a complete chapter, so you won't have to say start chapter 5 and then it cuts off and you have to go to chapter 5 part 2. I'm just doing an entire chapter for one video. Each video will be an entire chapter. But it's also then divided into book 1, book 2, book 3, etc. And in each of those books, the chapters are numbered chapter 1 of book 1 or chapter 1 of book 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I'm releasing each chapter of the audiobook, I'm going to create a playlist that mimics the format of the book. So you'll have chapters 1 through etc. of A Tale of Two Cities, book 1. And then you'll have A Tale of Two Cities, book 2, chapters 1 through however many chapters. And I decided, this gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. Table of contents, if you can see that. Yeah. So, I haven't managed to record quite as many chapters as I would have liked to have already recorded because life has been busy. And it was made very clear to me just yesterday, as a matter of fact, that despite my original intentions, I need to take a break for the holidays. Because I'm trying to do 5 different things at once, and it hasn't been going very well. And it was made very clear to me that I needed to take a break. So what I'm going to do is, because Christmas is next week, what day is Christmas? I want to say it's Wednesday. Christmas 2024. I think it falls on Wednesday. I can't see the calendar right now. What I'm going to do is, this video will be released on Tuesday, this Tuesday, today, if you're watching it the day that it comes out. And I'm going to release the first chapter of book 1 of A Tale of Two Cities, the audiobook, on the following Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve. If I recall correctly, next Tuesday is Christmas Eve. So I'm going to give you the first chapter as a little bit of a Christmas present. I thought that would be nice. I wanted to do something special for my first holiday. Well, not first holiday, but the first Christmas uploading on YouTube. And I wanted to do something that would be entertaining, interesting, relaxing, book related. I was advised by my friend Allura to do audiobooks on this channel. I think it would be nice to have a little bit more diverse content, which, I mean, I'm just starting out on YouTube. I think it's gone pretty well so far, but I also want to get into other things. I want to explore other things. So that is my Christmas surprise for you. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you do the tag, the end of year tag that I found belatedly. But I think I'm probably also going to make these tags an annual thing, or actually a seasonal thing, if possible, because I found a couple others that I would like to do. And I do have other plans for the channel, a lot more content coming. I am going to record when I can, even though I'll primarily be resting, but I am going to try to record a little bit of content so that I can get ahead a little bit of the post New Year season and have things already ready to go up in January. So the first chapter of A Tale of Two Cities, book one of A Tale of Two Cities, will go up next week, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.